It's only good vibes whenever I'm in the building. You're feeling my vibe and put your hands to the ceiling. I only get high off the energy you give me. Good vibes.
Welcome back. So let's get into this. I look on the last color, guys, green. So we're gonna start with this Misunderstood palette from Colourpop, and we are gonna start in with that light brown shade, and we're going to put that all in our crease. I believe the name of the shade is Devious. Yes, Devious. So next we're going to go into the color Tragic, and we're just going to use that as our transition shade. Next, we're just going to go in with a fluffy brush and just blend that all together even more. We're going to go into the Sultry palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And we're going to go into the light shimmery shade. It's called Pearl. And we're just going to put that one about the first third of our eyelid. So I have very hooded eyes, so whenever I do a crease, I go above one of my creases to the second crease, but you know, you follow your natural eye line. Next we're gonna go in with the color Facile. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. It's a green shimmery shade in that Misunderstood palette. And we're going to pack that in the center of our eyelid. So I'm telling you that I apply it higher because of my hooded eyes. Because if I don't, when I close my eyes or open them rather, you won't see the color because it'll get lost in the crease. So I have to go a little higher. But you know, you follow your eye shape. So this is a palette I got a long time ago from e.l.f. It doesn't have like a specific name to the palette. It's just eyes, lips, face, which is what e.l.f. is. But I'm going in with like it's not really like shimmery, I guess. It's kind of iridescent, but it's like a sage green color. And I'm just packing that in the outer corner of the eye with a small detailed brush, and I'm just dragging that up into the crease as well as I pack that on. And then as per usual, you know, I always go back and forth between the colors in my creases and transitions, and just make sure that the colors are popping the way I like, and blending everything out as well. You do it to your desired like for this particular look. Next we're gonna create a wing. I thought this look would good. This look would look good. I always trip over my words, but I thought this look would look nice. Let's put it like that. With the wing. So we just have some liquid black eyeliner from e.l.f. and we're just gonna create a wing. So I am horrible at creating wings. I know I've said this before, you know, practice makes perfect. Some people can do it in 1, 2, 3. I'm not one of those people, but this is the way that I do it. do whatever's best for you. But generally, I create my wing first, and then I go in and do the lash line. Because that way I'm not making my wing too thick. My wing is already the thickness that I want, and I'll just have to create the lash line accordingly. And you just sharpen it up. If you make any mistakes, you could just wipe it off. If it's completely bad, you can use some concealer to sharpen it up, whichever works for you. All we want is a little wing. So next we're gonna put some glitter on our lower lash line. And so I'm using an angled liner brush, and I'm just applying some glitter adhesive from Anastasia. And then I'm just using a fine green glitter. I got this from like the beauty supply store, so there's no like specific brand or anything, but it's just a bright green glitter. You see me looking because I wasn't sure if I liked it, but you know, we still went with it, kept it pushing forward. Lashes, as always, by Very Stylish. Next we're gonna go in with primer. This is the Milk Primer, the Hydro Grip Primer. This was my first time using this primer. I actually do like it. I think I need to add additional primer though, like on my T-zone area, because this is a hydrating primer and I am oily in those areas, so just something to mattify those areas a little bit. But I do like the primer. Next we're doing the color correction slash under eye cover up, technically called a dark concealer, or the dark under eye concealer. Lord, why can't you talk today? But I use it as color corrector, as my, you know, per usual. Now we're getting into the face. Face hasn't changed at this moment in time. So I'm just applying this to any dark spots that I have on my face, and then I do blend it out with a beauty blender, which I don't believe I show you guys, but I do blend it out. So, Lord, I wanted to use a different foundation today, and I was going to try the Morphe foundation, which I went to Ulta and got matched, but I don't know what happened, the lighting, whatever, it looks crazy. So this is a second attempt. So I'm using Fenty, and I have like 3 different colors in here. I believe I have the 345, I have 330, 345, and 380. And I don't believe I show this after I blend this all out. I added a little bit more of the 380 because I felt it was a little too light. So that has 380 in it, a little bit more. But next we're gonna go in with concealer, Fenty Beauty Concealer in 330 and 310. I'm just gonna apply this all over. Yeah, I don't know, like, I love Fenty, and I wanna, you know, I like the foundation, I like the formula of the foundation, but I have yet to be able to find my shade, and I think this was a pretty good match. As the summer goes on, I think it'll help a little bit because my undertones will be a little bit different, and I think that's always my problem with Fenty. Their undertones are kind of more on the orangey side, and my undertone is way more yellow, so it's hard for me to really find a Fenty foundation. But you know, we try. The concealer though, bomb. I love it. You guys know I pretty much use it for any look that I've done. I have no problems. So we're just blending this out as per usual. Next, we're gonna go in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I believe this is in medium sand. This is just really light concealer that I have, and I just added a little bit to right under the eye area to brighten that up. And I use a small stipple brush to blend that out just because it's more concentrated. Sometimes I use this for all of my concealer. You saw it today, I used a different brush. I need a new one of these brushes because this is getting a little hard, but you know, I still like it because it concentrates more on that area, or helps me concentrate more on that area. Contour, Matchstick, Fenty Beauty, and Truffle. As usual, we're gonna snatch that chin up a little bit as much as we can. You guys know I go in with two brushes. One is a flat contour brush, and then I blend it out with a large stipple brush, both from e.l.f. Didn't show that blend out part because I actually skipped it by accident. But I go back and do it later. I didn't include it, but I did go back and blend it out with the stipple brush after I set my face, unfortunately. So we're setting it now with Fenty Beauty, setting powder and banana, and we just press this all into the skin and set all of the places that we put concealer. A little bronze all over the face, Fenty Beauty and Caramel Cutie. Make sure you hit that chin too. Helps blend in that contour, or set the contour more rather. Contour that nose. I was over this look by the time I got here. It was just so much. Everything that could go wrong while doing this went wrong, and I was over it, so hence that face. But we're just gonna snatch that nose up. It's the e.l.f. contour palette in medium deep, and remember always bring it to the eyes. And blend it out. Blush. This is just a peachy blush from e.l.f. I don't think it was really showing up on camera as far as the color, but in person you could see the little flush of peach on my cheeks. I'm gonna set that face down with MAC Fix Plus spray. I have to say it slow or I'll mess it up. Highlight, we're gonna go in with our Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlight. Lastly, got lips. So we're going in with the Shayla Colourpop liner in BFF4. We're just gonna line our lips. Next, we're gonna go in with the Fenty Stunner Paint and Unbutton. Y'all know me, nude lip all the way. And then this is just a lip gloss from Primark. Doesn't have like a specific name, but it's just a kind of iridescent like kaleidoscope type of lip gloss. And here we have the completed look. So I'm so excited, guys. We finally finished our rainbow series of each color. I got one more surprise for you guys though, so stay tuned out for that video. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this series of each color that I did, this rainbow series. Let me know if you guys want to see anything else. Don't forget to like, comment, and most importantly, hit that subscribe and notification bell. And I will see you guys in my next video. Deuces.
Look at DSG. What I got stack. Yeah. Everywhere I go, keep that money working, nigga, don't worry how much I make. When I came back to the jet, shit was too mixed, they showed me the love and hate. My life's a movie, no line gate, young go get on the paper.